Hey everybody, it's Romania Black. We're on episode 5 of RWBY, volume 8. And man, last episode was so good. Like it was I've wanted to see Salem and Oscar interact since back when Oscar was first introduced, and especially after volume 6 when we get her and Ozma's origin story. And so ever since that episode 3 of that season, I've been like, I want to know how Salem is going to react to Oscar. And it did let me down. Oscar's my favorite character, so I feel horrible for him right now. And I'm like, dude, he's probably getting the snot beat out of him. I'm like, Oscar Protection Squad, like, this show just likes to just throw Oscar around. I'm like, man, is it just because Ozpin's inside of him? That's why. But I'm nervous for him because I don't see, there's nobody there to help him right now. So I don't want him to divulge any information or divulge any information that's important. And so that has me concerned. Rin has me super concerned because, and some people have noted this too, Nora was like Rin's stable focus. Like Rin, despite seeming like he is zen and in control of his emotions, he is not. He needs something to focus on to help like be his anchor. And that's been Nora since they were kids. And now that Nora's away from him and he has these complicated, complex feelings about Nora, like it's just made him like on edge. And last episode, man, he made some valid points, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you've got to chill and work with your team or y'all are screwed. Jean surprised me. Like, he was being such a leader last episode, which I really liked. Yang, like, calming down and being like, okay, we need to figure something out. And so she's fixing the bike. And then obviously worrying about Blake and what she feels about all this. And meanwhile, they're all in Weiss's house, chilling out and trying to let Nora recover and figure out what to do next. And Penny has gone to Amity Tower. So, and then Salem, Salem was just on point last episode, but then Cinder deciding to go to Amity too. I'm like, Cinder and Penny in the same location, and Watts has, like, got her weapon and is going to try to control her. I don't know. That seems like a recipe for disaster is what it seems like. But anyway, we're on episode 5 now. They are going to take a break after episode 7. So we're going to have this episode and then the next 2 weeks. And then after episode 7, they're going to take like a month and a half break, which I know a lot of people have talked on Twitter about it. I'm okay with it because it's like a mid-season break. And if it means that they need more time for production and getting the episode to look as good as it can, that's fine for me. It'll come back right before Valentine's Day. Awesome. So there's that. I can't imagine that they're saving anything special for those weeks. But because it always feels like there's something crazy going on around that time. But anyway, so we're going to do episode 5 here. And hopefully my dog decides not to want to play fetch the entire time. But, you know, what can you do? So, but anyway, I'm nervous about this episode because, as a lot of people have talked, there's not much left in the trailer. There's no shots from the trailer left. We've seen everything. So now we're going in blind, y'all. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoy this reaction. Thank you so much for watching. And we're going to start episode 5, volume 8, Amity. Can't imagine what we're going to focus on this episode. Here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So here we are. Holy cow. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, that was a dark episode. Had such highs and lows. At one point we were like, good job, RWBY. Way to get a hold of everybody. And everybody see it. We get a little shot of Vacuo. We get Sun. We get Tai Yang knowing his daughter's alive. Cutting off ominously. Salem doesn't look disturbed at all. She's like, oh, you silly child. Which by the end of the episode, we kind of see why she doesn't feel frightened or afraid. And her like petting Tyrion's head is so hilarious and creepy at the same time. Yeah, Ironwood, what did you think you were getting when you signed up to work with Watts? Watts doesn't give a crap about you. Like, he's clearly stealing stuff for himself. I wonder if Watts having that control and everything with Harriet, I wonder if Watts is going to try to break out of his cell, and him breaking out is going to simultaneously break Crow and Robin out. if it's all connected and that's gonna happen. Poor Whitley. I can't believe I'm saying poor Whitley, but Whitley looks kind of like dejected and doesn't know what to do. So I'm hoping that he eventually works with his sister. That'd be great. Yeah, and then Penny. Freaking MVP Penny. This whole episode, like, I felt really bad for Oscar and Penny this volume because I feel like their whole themes are very interconnected. The idea of being controlled or manipulated or influenced by various people. Like, Oscar's dealing with the eventual merge with Ozma and Salem wanting to he's basically being torn between Salem trying to control him and Ozma trying to control him. And whereas Ozma is coming from maybe a place of more positivity, it's still the fact that Oscar's not being able to make his own decisions. And he's getting the crap beat out of him, not because he's Oscar, but because he has Ozma inside of him. And he can't do anything about it. So he's helpless in that regard. And then Penny is dealing with the same thing. Like, heard that line, I'm trying to live my life, but all these people are making decisions for her. And that moment where Watts takes control of her body, like, that's just, what a parallel to Oscar and Ozpin, but just the idea. I honestly thought she was going to go back and attack the tower, but she's just fell from orbit. And so I'm wondering if the maiden powers have something to do with that, why Watts said that she wasn't rebooted, because for a split second she's like she needed to go to the vault, and it's like, oh no, which makes me think that them using the relic is not necessarily Ironwood's idea, but also Watts' idea to take the relic to Salem, because Salem does not care if Atlas falls on Mantle. She doesn't care at all. She's just like, cool, you did my job for me. But man, that episode, I feel so bad for Penny. Okay, Cinder, what are you doing? Failing again. Like, Cinder, I don't know what the whole point of Cinder going there was to do, except giving it. For a second, I thought that the whole upper structure was going to fall on Pietro and kill him and Maria. And for a second, I was like, are we really doing this? Is this how we're killing off characters? Is that Cinder's going to cause this whole thing to collapse on top of them? Is that what we're doing? And I'm glad it didn't happen yet. But Cinder, you're gonna get. I thought this the last couple volumes, and I've told my brother this, and I know a lot of reactors have commented on this as well, so it's not a new theory, but my theory has always been it's not going to be RWBY or Jean or anybody taking down Cinder except Salem. Because Cinder is so bullheaded and so stubborn that she doesn't follow orders. And that line where Penny's like, why are you working for Salem? Why are you letting her tell you what to do? And Cinder's like, I don't do that. And it's like, the last episode you literally just said, I'm nothing without you. Let's be real. And so, oh my gosh, I just, it's so frustrating because I'm like, Cinder, you are your worst enemy. And I have a feeling that the sudden backstory for Cinder is going to be when Cinder dies. Like, we're going to finally figure out what Cinder's deal is, and then Cinder's going to die. I'm still on board with camp. Either Neo or Emerald get the maiden powers from Cinder, because it ain't going to be Cinder, I think, by the end of this series. I think she going to die. But man. And Neo versus Maria? Who asked for that? No one. Was it awesome? Yes. And I love that Maria was legitimately, this old woman was holding her own against Neo. Like, Neo who just, like, bodied four of, like, the whole of Team Juniper last volume. And then Maria just comes in and is like, I may be old, but I still got spirit. It's like, oh, Maria, I love you. And honestly, I also love the idea that Cinder is constantly being beaten up by old women. That it was the Winter Maiden, it's Salem, it's Maria. Like, all these elderly women are just kicking the snot out of Cinder. It's like, cool, good to know. But yeah, just, oh my gosh. I can't imagine anything good is going to come. I feel like Neo is on her last threads. She's like, I just got bodied by an elderly woman with a cane, and it was just because I decided to come fly you to this place and help you. We're cut off, Cinder. She's like, I'm getting out of this mess. And then Emerald realizing, like, I can't fight you, but I know what you care about, and I will hurt that if you hurt what I care about. And it's like, Emerald girl, Cinder doesn't care about you. You need to get out of there too. You and Neo need to vamoose before you get in too deep. But oh my gosh. And then this Grim River. Sweet. That's what we're waiting on, is for this Grim River to go right straight to Mantle and jump out and hurt everybody. It's like, this episode left me not having a clue what they're going to do next, and we really only have 2 episodes till the break. I have a feeling something big is going to happen in episode 7, because why cut it off at episode 7 at the halfway point? Why indeed? But man, this was a great episode. Penny MVP, like Penny and Oscar are my underdogs this volume. I just want the Oscar and Penny protection squad needs to team up, because these 2 characters, man, they need a hug and like to get away from all this trauma. But man, I hope you all like that reaction. Please feel free to comment down below. I would love to hear your theories about this too. But man, oh, what an episode. That was really, really good. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe and take care. And I'll talk to y'all again soon with more RWBY. Bye.